Hey everyone, what's up? It's Dave here with another review. I know it's been a while since I last posted one, but I finally came across something that's really unique. Now, this band, they're called Endvade, and they're located in Montreal, Canada, and they associate themselves with the gent scene. Now, let's talk a little bit about gent. I know gent is one of the most widespread genres and it's very vague in what, it means and everything. So, you'll find bands that will use maybe technical death metal. You'll find bands that are more along the progressive metal side, metalcore. It's so widespread. So, this band in particular, they mix in a little bit what sounds like death metal with the vocals, but they mix in like almost old school hardcore with progressive metal, which makes for one unique sound. Now, a lot of people when they hear hardcore, they kind of cringe a little because they think of just breakdowns all the time, but that's not what this band does at all. They use a lot of interesting grooves with some very unique timings, which reminds everyone of Meshuggah, of course, the grandfathers of the genre. And what's just great about these guys is that they just how they mix it all together. It's so hard to describe, but when you hear it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's give a little background history of the band. The band was formed about August of 2012, so they're very new. And as I said before, they're a Canadian band, which is really interesting because you don't hear a lot of gent that comes from Canada. So it's cool to see that they're now starting to take part in the scene and everything. Now they're signed to an independent label, and I personally have never seen them live. I would really love to because you can tell they take influence from these three bands: Periphery, Veil of Maya, and Viljarda. If you guys haven't heard of those bands, Periphery is more of a progressive, metal band. Veil of Maya is a lot more aggressive and uses some techniques and technical death metal. And Viljarda is very dark, ambient, and atmospheric. So when you think of that and how it influenced these guys, you see how they just kind of just fuse together and make for one really unique sound. Now, talking about sound, their sound sounds very, I guess, futuristic, alien-like, not like Rings of Saturn, but in the beginning of some songs, it just has like this just really just futuristic feel to it. You can kind of see what their whole theme is, and then bam, the music just takes off and it's just in your face hardcore the whole time. It's very great. The EP that I'm talking about is called Acension, and it's only 4 tracks long, probably a little over than 20 minutes, but it's great because I found myself just going back and listening to it over and over again, and I've had the hardest time trying to just describe it because it's so unique to itself, and I feel like this band just they're not getting enough credit at all. It's not that many people know of them yet, and I feel like a lot of people should know of them. They have a lot of potential. Very excited to hear what a full length album would sound like. If it sounds anything like this EP, then I know it's going to be great, hands down. Now, the band consists of 2 guitars, a singer, drums, and bass. So just very standard, metal lineup. But how they use the guitars and the drums is very great. The guitars will use very technical grooves, something you would obviously expect in gent, but it's kind of like if Periphery and Veil of Maya, they put their guitars together. That's exactly what it sounds like. Not so much of Viljarda with the guitars. Viljarda sound comes more, I guess, with the whole band all together. Has more of like that atmospheric sound. Their bass player is great too. Of course, he's got to follow along with the guitars. Very technical. Me being a bass player myself, found myself very drawn to how their bassist plays. Vocals, like I said before, vocals, they sound very similar to what you hear in death metal, but they also use some clean vocals, which remind me of old Killswitch Engage. And anyone who's a fan of that knows that old, Killswitch had very melodic vocals, and he just had such an amazing range. So it's great that they're able to fuse both types of styles together. I know some people when they hear like clean vocals being put into metal, they kind of sometimes they think of really poppy sounds along with like the metalcore scene, but they do not sound poppy at all. It's very melodic, and it's just absolutely amazing. So, I I don't know what else to say. These guys are just, they're incredible. I want to hear more from them. I don't have anything bad to say about the ZP. Usually, with any release, I'll find me like a song or two where I'm just like, it could be a little bit better. But I like all four songs all together. I can't say I like one more than the other. They all bring something different to the table, and I think it's a great way to show what they are capable of doing and what their future is going to be like. It's going to be quite good. I would love to see these guys on the road, with such bands, specifically Periphery. I think they would just be amazing to support Periphery, or if they got, really lucky, just do like a full blown tour with Meshuggah. I think that would be great for them. I could see these guys, next 5 years being a really big name inside this movement, and how they fuse a different type of sound with the gent style. Like I said, you just don't hear a lot of bands using hardcore. Veil of Mind's got a little bit, but Veil of Mind, like in my opinion, is a little bit more on the technical death metal side. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say about these guys. I highly suggest you go check them out. Absolutely amazing, hands down. Whenever they have merch, I would definitely pick some up. And when the full blown album hits, whenever they decide to release it, pick it up, because you will not be let down. I want to give a special thanks out to Paul Ablaze from Blackguard for giving me the opportunity to listen to this EP and just say what my thoughts are on it. So yeah, please check these guys out. Tell your friends about it, and just help them get out there and everything, because these guys deserve so much credit, and these guys are going to grow to be something truly unique.